My name is Calvin. I'm an MBA student in CBU. This semester I'm studying strategic management, and my final project is about EMERA. As for the experience of the first mat of EMERA, it's about last semester. Me and David Wheeler, the president of CBU, but now he is the former one, and another 4 more MBA students. We went to Halifax, the helicopter of EMERA in Halifax, and later on, before that, we met the COO of Nova Scotia Power Inc., power generation chief, Mark. We met in a forum. That forum is about the carbon pricing. Carbon pricing be processed in Nova Scotia. As we all know, carbon pricing has already been processed in Alberta last year. As for the fourth rank carbon emission in Canada, Nova Scotia have the carbon pricing or not. So in that forum we talk a lot for that, and Nova Scotia Power is responsible for the emission of carbon dioxide, because Nova Scotia Power as a company of EMERA, it has nearly a monopoly in Nova Scotia. The current strategy for EMERA is about the types of the raw material they use for generating the electricity. Mainly about the coal they use as the main part, because the price of coal is more stable than natural gas, than oil for international marketing. So they prefer to use coal, and coal is easy to get, and there's a really big part in New Brunswick. They can supply the coal to Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia Power and EMERA, they have the tidal, they have the wind turbine system for generating electricity, but those parts are not the main part for EMERA strategy. They can only occupy for 40% of the raw material uses for generating electricity. If you want to use the renewable raw material, so wind turbine and tidal and natural gas, that should be used to change the environment or reduce the emission of carbon dioxide. I would like to introduce the financial performance for Nova Scotia Power in 2015 compared with 2014. So in 2015, the revenue they earned compared with the revenues in 2014. So it increased for 4% of the total revenues they earn for operating. So it's a good signal for Nova Scotia Power. They earn the money, they can cover their debt, and shareholders are really satisfied with the financial statement, with the balance sheet, with the preferred stocks. So totally, in a word, Nova Scotia Power was well operated in 2015. for the recommendations part, I think they can remove a part of the usage of coal and to get some substitutes. Those substitutes could be the title could be wind turbines. They can increase the number of the wind turbines. Those renewable materials will help to reduce the carbon dioxide emission, and also our environment will improve. And I have another method for the recommendation, and we can have an experiment in Glace Bay. It's about EES, electricity energy storage. So what that is? It's about to cooperate with the utility company who can help a household to install the electricity storage battery. So this kind of battery can store the electricity, and because the capacity of the electricity for Nova Scotia Power generates is much higher than the usage of the electricity for the general user. So there's a really big gap. So that gap is about is the waste of the electricity generates. So we can so the battery could help us to store that actual electricity, and because that battery is the regular battery we use, and only for storage, and and the household can use that actual electricity and or to sell back to Nova Scotia Power is up to them. That regular batteries are the accumulator which we use in our regular life. So it's easy to get, and will promote our environment. Only by this small project we can get a better environment for Nova Scotia entirely. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I have to go to pee.